Do you find that without warning, all of a sudden your skin is dry and sensitive? When the cold and dry weather hits, let me show you how to be ready for it. Each year is kind of different, especially here in Colorado, and you never know when that final drop in temperature is really gonna wreak havoc on your skin. At least for me, there have been years where I really wasn't affected at all. And then there's other years where my skin really dries out and becomes very, very sensitive. I spent the better part of last year dealing with a damaged skin barrier as well as some sensitivity issues. So I knew I needed to have a plan for this coming winter. The first thing that I really suggest is swapping out some of your products. So let's say you use a foaming cleanser or something that is a little bit stronger. Swap that out for something that's a little bit more of a gentle hydrating cleanser. Or if you use kind of a light, maybe gel-like moisturizer, maybe you might want to swap that out with something a little bit richer. You might even want to get some products that are specific for sensitive skin, especially if you're noticing burning when you apply products. I know for me, even when I applied a moisturizer, it would actually burn. As soon as we turn on the heater for the house, that's when I pull out my humidifier. I keep that next to my bed, and that really does help prevent transepidermal water loss, which really does increase while we're sleeping. And one thing I really did learn this year was that you need to listen to your skin. So I generally will use my tretinoin at night, and then in the morning I will kind of trade off, either do my vitamin C or I'll use an AHA. And the glycolic acid is one that's a little bit, it can be a little bit more irritating. Lactic acid is a very, very good choice, especially when you're starting to have more sensitivity, because it's gentler as well as it's humectant. But if my skin was irritated, then I would back away from my actives for a while. So I would either reach for this green tea toner, and it's a nice mist, or I would use this ceramide serum. And both of these actually help support your moisture barrier. My skin was so dry and inflamed, I would get these red patches. And so what I would do for those is, after my very pared down night routine, which was just cleansing my skin and then adding a really rich moisturizer, then what I would do is slugging basically is take a little bit of Vaseline and put that over my red patches. And that really does hold in the moisture while I slept. And generally after that, the next morning, my skin was considerably more hydrated. One thing you definitely do not want to do, however, is slug over active ingredients. So if you say I use tretinoin, I wouldn't want to slug over that, because that would actually possibly intensify the effects of the tretinoin and just cause more irritation. Another really annoying thing that I have had to deal with is the dry, flaky skin. And how I used to deal with that would be with a manual exfoliator. But when you do have a damaged skin barrier, you really do not want to be doing that. It just will exacerbate the problem. I do have a multi-pronged approach with how I deal with the flaking and the peeling. But the most important thing is, again, to back away from your actives for a while. And instead of using a manual abrasive exfoliator, if you're using your chemical exfoliators, especially your lactic acid, that really does help with sloughing off the dead skin cells. Another thing, what I will do in the evening when I get home and I've got my makeup and everything else, is I will do a double cleanse. And so I start with a facial oil, and I really do not only work to try to get off all of the makeup dirt and grime and all that stuff, but I give myself a nice facial massage. And I really do notice that that kind of helps as well with very gently exfoliating your skin. Now, in the morning, if I wake up and I notice some dry spots, I might then wash my face with just the oil and then give myself another facial massage and kind of help get rid of those flakes. If I'm still noticing more flakes, another product that I really do enjoy using, I don't use it that often, but it's the Hope in a Jar Instant Glowing Peeling Mousse. And this one has a pineapple extract in it. So it's very gentle. It's a gel. There's no abrasive ingredients in it. And I just smooth that over my face and again, kind of massage it over for about a minute. And what happens is things start balling up a little bit. And so once you rinse that off, you're left with a really polished, glowing skin. Now, this product, in my opinion, is a little on the pricey side. So what I've done for the last couple of years is actually for the Black Friday sales and stuff like that, around that time frame, I'll keep an eye on it. And I do see that it has gone on sale. So that's when I like to stock up on it. Another very frustrating thing that I notice is even with doing all those measures, it seems like your skin may look fine, and then as soon as you put on your makeup, that's when you all of a sudden see maybe dry patches that you've missed or whatever. And in that case, I sometimes then will maybe smooth on a little bit of Vaseline, and that does kind of help conceal those spots a little bit more. So if any of you have a successful way in dealing with flaky skin, please share it with the community. Another thing I really try to also be careful of is any kind of treatments. So let's say, like, I like to microneedle at home, and when I do that in the winter, I really like to do it when I have a few extra days afterwards to just stay home, not worry about putting on makeup, not worry about anything else except keeping my face, just giving it a break, and as well as keeping it hydrated. It just seems like in the summer or in the warmer months, I can do these things without having to take all of these precautions. My skin just feels a lot more resilient and it bounces back a lot quicker than in the winter time. So in the summer or warmer months, that's when I generally would actually increase my tretinoin as well. Because when you increase your tretinoin, you may experience some sensitivity to that. So please check out my next video where I shared how I damaged my skin barrier and what I did to resolve it. And if you are getting value from my videos, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with a friend that you may think might be interested. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.